We rockin', we live, Facebook. What's good? We're live, YouTube. What's good? Welcome to the Zoom room, Dale. Yeah, welcome to the Zoom room, Dale. Yeah. Alright, let's get this thing on and poppin'. Alright, and last but not least, we're gonna take a sip and sink in a little bit of that Instagram. And IG's coming in 3. Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love, kings, queens, and gods. I am the Floating Yogi, and this is the Floating Yogi's Book Club. I'm going to give y'all a moment to come on in to invite a friend. Matter of fact, invite about 10 of them folks, because it's the Floating Yogi's Book Club, and we about to go in. Some of the people who help me be me, help me do what I do. We got my guy Brent LV, part of the crew, just stopping on through. And you know he gonna bring a little bit of love. If you need any of those digital assets, from flyers to edits to if you need some of the services, hit him up. He gonna have you tight, right, and together. We also got Payoga, DJ Tony from Payoga Universe. Payoga Universe. A dimension where people are our greatest resource. So come on, tap in with a friend, and that's how we expand, that's how we grow, that's how we learn. What else is there? Oh my gosh. This month's sponsors yet again. We got Lifeform. I encourage you to check out their mats. I ain't gonna hold you. I use them. I've been using them for a grip. China, what up, though? Yo, our sound bath was lit. If y'all did not check out the sound bath, YouTube, Facebook, if y'all ain't see that junk, I encourage you to. What does this say? Oh, stop bullshitting on your greatness. That's what I encourage. I encourage you to check into the next one, cause if you missed it, it ain't here no more. And check out her classes. She got a rack of lit shit. Anyway, moving forward, another person in the crew who helped me be me, helped me do what I do. And let's see. Last week we was reading Mindset by Dweck. We were getting into character. We were talking about how character, that integrity that we have, is so important. It allows people to know who we are as a person, to see our habits and how they align with our word, the things we say we're going to do. We talked about how we talked about how our character, the mindset that develops our character, is what allows us to stay at the top, because we're doing the things that got us there. Right? We're able to connect with people to keep us there and to propel us a little bit further, because we have the mindset for it. That's what we're open to. Right? So this week we getting to the point of taking charge of success. And I ain't read too deep into it. I was like, I feel like this is going to hit home with some of the things that I've been working on, like standing in my power type stuff. What up, melanated Martian? I ain't seen you in a grip though. You know I got elevated yoga on Sundays. I'm waiting to see you and CJ kicking with the skateboard and everything. We got, you know what I'm saying? We got to be in that jump for us. Anyway, back to the story. Taking charge of success. One thing that I've been working on is doing the things that I want to do, and doing them with the confidence that I've practiced them with, that I do in my house, that I'm chilling or with the boys or the friends, and then it's nah, just do it. These are services. These are things that you've been honing your skills on. Show some people. It might not be 100%, but once with the skill level where I'm at, it's just mental fear holding me back. So, moving forward. Taking charge of success. Finding number 3. People with the growth mindset in sports as a pre-med chemistry took charge of the process that brings success, and that maintain it. How come Michael Jordan's skill didn't seem to decline with age? He didn't. He did lose some stamina and some agility with age, but to compensate, he worked even harder on conditioning on his moves and like the turnaround jump shot and his celebrated fadeaway jumper. He came into the league as a slam dunker and he left as the most complete player ever to grace the game. Woods, too, took charge of the process. Golf is like the wayward lover. When you think you've conquered her, she will certainly desert you. Butch Harmon, the renowned coach, says the golf swing is just about the furthest thing from predictable discipline in athletes.
What time is it?
We're on page 101. The most reliable swings are on the are only relatively repeatable. The most reliable swings are only relatively repeatable, and that's like you got like a wedge shot, a driver. They're not necessarily like you're not gonna hit each of them the drives like 300 yards. It's just not gonna happen. The wedge shots, they're not just gonna drop up on the green right next to the cup where all you got to do is go, and that jump falls in. Realistically, so it's unreliable. They never stop working on the progress, and why even the bigger golf stars win only a fraction of the time and may not win for long periods of times. What happened to Wood at the height of his career, and that's also why taking charge of the process is so crucial. It keeps us in that flow. It keeps us in that position where we can see where the kinks are, where we're falling away from that growth process. And then it's like, all right, yeah, I stopped doing my sun salutations. So yeah, my back's a little achy. Yeah, my knees creak a little bit, and they don't feel too good. I'm a little low energy because I'm not doing anything to excite energy. Okay, alright, I can see these things that I'm not doing. I can see why I'm now spazzing off when people tell me something small. I can see how the straw broke the camel's back when it's already so much on there and I didn't do anything to take it off. Okay. With this in mind, Tiger's dad made sure to teach him how to maintain his attention and his course strategy. Mr. Woods would make loud noises or throw things at little Tiger while Tiger was about to swing. This helped him become less distractible. Do we know someone who could have profited from this training? As a child, what? Me, run it. I'd have been lit from that. What? Me focus that long? It's dangerous. What didn't you want to happen? It was. When Tiger was 3 years old, his dad was already teaching him to think about the course management. After Tiger drove the ball behind the big clump of trees, Mr. Woods asked the toddler what his plan was. Woods carried on what his dad started by taking control of all the parts of his game. He experienced constantly with the work, what worked and what didn't. But he also had a long-term plan that guided him. I know my game. I know what I want to achieve. I know how to get there. Focused. That's what I'm talking about. Like Michael Jordan, Woods managed his motivation. He did this by making his practice into fun. I love working on shots, carving them this way and that way, and proving to myself that I can hit certain shots on command. I strongly support those thoughts. I be in pool and I be setting that joint up. I'm like, ooh. And once I like practice a shot over and over and over again a few times, then I see it in a game, in a match, then I'm like, ooh. Let me get that. Let me get that. I'm ready for it. I'm excited. Alright. And he did it by thinking of a rival out there somewhere who would challenge him. He's 12. I have to give myself a reason to work so hard. He's out there somewhere. He's 12. Dog. That's a real thing. Creating like a rival, or not necessarily a rival because that rival honestly turns into a companion on this journey that you're doing. So, but they just help you to push yourself better. So I'm a ridiculous, hey, what up? What up, bruh? What's good, Dave? Yeah, I'm glad you vibing, you tapping in with us. Lit. I'm glad to have you here, man. Snap. What was it? Yeah, So that brings me to like, it makes me think about like Goku and Vegeta. They're like the last of the Saiyans, the ones who get beat to the point closest to death, and the closer they are to death when they come back, the stronger they are, because they learn from that experience. I was like, ooh, that just sounds so much like life. All those punches, those throws, those curveballs that it hits you with, you like, all right, you come back and you just more resilient, able to deal with those situations. And Goku and Vegeta, that's what it was. That's what it was looking like for me. They was fighting each other. Granted, they were trying to destroy the world or save the world. One of those is at least good. But they were trying to save the world, right? We're gonna go with that. And like they fight somebody, and they're training to fight because they know the person's coming from planets away. It's gonna take them 3 months to get here from planet Namek. Ah, and then they're like, let's train. Ah, and then they're fighting each other. They're working on each other. They're seeing each other's challenges, each other's faults and weaknesses, and seeing how they can like step into place and pick up where the other lacks. That sounds a little bit more like a companion than a rival. Maybe people just take a negative outlook on rivalry. It's for the betterment. Moving forward. Mark O'Mara, Wood's golf partner and friend. If you got anything you want to be part of the Zoom room, go on. Oh, snap. I don't even have that access. Sign up on the website. It'll send you the link. Sign up for next week and you'll be able to hop in and we can rock. Alright, moving forward. It's not easy to play beside someone who's extraordinary as Woods. O'Mara's choice was this. He could just feel jealous and diminished by Woods' superior play, or he could learn from it. He could choose the latter path. O'Mara was one of those talented players who never seemed to fulfill his potential. His choice to take charge of his game turned him around. There we go. We're stepping in the driver's seat of whatever it is we're trying to do. Our life, our yoga practice, our career, like, what is it? Our family, our friends, our community. Step in the driver's seat. See who you really are. See how you rise to the occasion, overcome adversity, or fall from it and get back up. Alright. At the age of 20, Woods had won his Masters tournament. That night, he slept with his arms around his prize, the famous green jacket. 1 year later, he put a green jacket on Mark O'Mara. From McEnroe, we hear little talk of taking control when he was at the top. We hear little mention of working on his game to stay on top. When he was doing poorly, we hear little self-reflection or analysis except to pin the blame. For example, when he didn't do as well as expected for parts of 82, we hear the little things happen that kept me off my game for weeks at a time and prevented me from dominating the tour. Yeah, cut that. Cut that before it even gets started, because that just sounds like a whole excuse. Little things, that means they were in your control. They could fit on the tip of your tongue. They weren't insurmountable things like traumas that leave us speechless. They were little things that we could have done something about, but we didn't see the importance of it. It didn't move us enough at the time. We weren't future seeing enough. We weren't long-term planned enough. Moving forward, like the truck. You hear my accent? Yeah, I bet you do. Always a victim of outside forces. Why didn't he take charge and learn how to perform well in spite of them? That's not the way of a fixed mindset. In fact, rather than combating those forces and fixing the problems, he tells us he wishes he played a team sport so he can conceal his flaws. If you're not at your peak, you can hide it so much easier in a team sport. The mindset behind that. Damn. It's like not even seeking the growth, seeking the new ways to expand, to see things, to perceive reality. Like, that's... McEnroe also admits that his on-court temper tantrums were often the cover of choking and only made things worse. So what he did do? Nothing. He wished someone else would do it for him. When you can't control yourself, you want someone to do it for you. Ooh, That's like that fear that's stifling to me sometimes I was talking about. That's where I acutely missed being part of a team sport. People would have worked with me, coached me. That's real. Having a coach is super helpful when you get like, we're not always going to be confident in ourselves. I think it's ridiculous to think that we are. There's going to be moments when we are very unconfident in what we can do. But having those people in your corner, having that coach that can like actually talk to you and point out and has like perspective in the thing that you're working on is so impactful, because it lets you know that you have someone who can relate to you, who's sympathizing with you or empathizing with you, and able to like give you some type of guidance through like a rough time. It could literally be something as simple as, dang, yeah, the nerves hitting. Yeah, you got this though, yo. I heard you the other day. It was great. Nah, go up there and do what you did. Yeah. And just the lightness of it. Not the, oh, you have to make sure. No. Just the, you got it. Like that calm yet confident affirmation. For me, I'm not saying for everyone, because a coach can do it any way you need. Some people need a kick in the ass to get up. Some people need the heat under their ass to keep it moving. So, hey, what up, Eric Patterson? My guy! Some people need a kick in the ass to get themselves moving. So, that's why it's important to find a coach that kind of works with you or knows your style, so you all can like, or you're open to trust, so he can or she can say these things. Alright. And I also like to point out, this is another mindset thing for us to be aware of. They said also admits that his on-court temper tantrums were often a cover for choking and only made things worse. Scratch the only made things worse part. We know that. But it's the fact that it's a cover. It's a mask. It's one of those reactions that we have and not the response that we have. It's an old pattern that we can step out of. Or, the system let me get away with more. I really liked it less and less. He got mad at the system. Hi there, John. This was your life. Ever think of taking responsibility? No, because in the fixed mindset, you don't take control of your abilities and your motivation. You look for your talent to carry you through. That's why I said we're not always going to be like motivated. We're not always going to be on top of the game. We just got to be able to control ourselves. And finished products have to produce themselves. Lament and blame. Everything but take charge. Dun dun dun. No. Okay, here's another part. This one, what does it mean to be a star? I'm gonna see if we're gonna need dab into this one. Some of the sections were like, a little redundant. Let me see. Alright. What does it mean to be a star? Does a star have less responsibility to the team than other players? Is it just their role to be great and win games? Or does a star have more responsibility than others? What does Michael Jordan think? Ooh, I like that. We're damn sure reading this one. Does a star, I'm gonna reiterate this, just in case, we miss something. Does a star have less responsibility to the team than the other players? Me personally, you can throw it in the chat what you think. I think a star has more responsibility to the team. Is their role just to be great and win games? Absolutely not. If they're the star, they're the face, they're the representation, they're the first people that people think of when they see that group, that organization, that team, that business, that collab, that concept. I think you got even more responsibility because you're like essentially the president of whatever group that is. Now, that might be a horrible description, but if you think about it, before the last several presidents, the presidency was like an honor. We looked up to the president. Now, we're like, Anyone can do that job. Look who's been in there. But, you know, let's take it to the past version and think about it. I think that they have even more responsibility to the team because they're carrying the other people with them as well. Like, if that person's winning all the games, it's not just about them, it's about the other people on the team who are passing them the ball, it's about the people who are getting the rebounds, it's about the people who are cleaning the floors so they don't slip and then injure themselves and they're not even able to play. It's so many things that go into the stardom that people see, that or the lead or the whatever you want to call it. It's so much that goes into it. I think they have the most challenging responsibility because with all that being said and them winning, they still have to humble themselves to the people that in one thing they're better than them at. I'm not able to speak on the other aspects of life, but maybe in that one sport, that one position, they're better than them at. They still got to humble themselves for the other people on the team. They still have to make the best decision and choose the best actions to represent the other people on the team. I'm going to move forward. In our society, sometimes it's hard to come to grips with filling a role instead of trying to be a superstar, says Jordan. A superstar's talent can win games, but it's teamwork that wins championships. Facts. You want to win a game or you want to win a championship? Give me the chip. Give me the chips. Uts, baby. Yeah. Coach John Wooden claims he was tactically and strategically average. So, how did he win 10 national championships? One of the main reasons he tells us is because he was good at getting players to fill their roles as part of a team. Designated roles. Important. Check. Hey, what up, Michael Little? My dude, I ain't seen you in a grip, yo. It'd be great to have you in the Zoom room. Hopefully you rocking with the content. And I'll see you in a little bit, my G. Alright, and I'll be back to you in a little bit, my G. Okay, one of the main reasons he tells us he was good at paying the bill. I believe, for example, I could have made Kareem Abdul-Jabbar the greatest scorer in college history. I could have done that by developing a team around that ability of his. Would we have won 3 national championships while he was at UCLA? Never. In the fixed mindset, athletes want to validate their talents. This means acting like a superstar, not just a team member. But, as with Pedro Martinez, the mindset works against the important victories they want to achieve. Then it's like, dang, I got a big goal. I'm going to win the championship. I'm going to get everything I wanted. And it's like, but I kind of want to throw a tantrum like they were saying on the last page. I kind of want to sulk with my feelings. And what I said in the start, no, they cut me off. Bring me back. Bring me back. Yes. Okay. Like I was saying before, the superstar kind of has to have the team in mind, because you're just the face, you're just the front a lot of times. You're the scorer, but there is a team around you that helps. And teamwork wins. Teamwork makes the dream work, not just one star. Because I watched a lot of the Redskins when they were the Redskins, and they would just sit there and buy stars. Their roster would be full of stars that couldn't work together. So they spent a whole bunch of money to lose. I'm going to let that sink in. A telling tale is a story of Patrick Ewing, who could have been a basketball championship. The year Ewing was a draft pick, by far the most exciting pick of the year. The Knicks won the lottery, and their joy got to select Ewing for their team. They now had twin towers, the 7-foot Ewing and the 7-foot Bill Cartwright. Their high-scoring center, they had a chance to do it all. They just needed Ewing to be the power forward. He wasn't happy with that. Center is his star position, and maybe he wasn't sure he could hit the outside shots with that power forward as the hit. What if he had really given his all to learn that position? Alex Rodriguez, then his best shortstop in basketball, agreed to play the third base when he joined the Yankees. He had to restrain himself, and for a while he wasn't all he had been. Instead, Cartwright was sent to the Bulls, and Ewing Knicks never won a championship. Then there's the tale of the football player, Keyshawn Johnson, and another immensely talented player who is devoted to validating his own greatness. When asked before a game how he compared to star power, the player on the opposing team, he replied, "You're trying to compare a flashlight to a star. Flashlights only last so long. A star is in the sky forever." Was he a team player? I am the team player, but I am an individual first. I have to be the number one guy with the football, not the number two or the number three. If I'm the number one guy, if I'm not the number one guy, I'm no good to you. I can't really help you. What does that mean? Wow, if I'm not the number one, I'm not good. I can't help you. What they talking about this? For his definition of team player, Johnson was traded by the Jets and after that deactivated from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Clearly, that wasn't the mentality that you're looking for. I've noticed an interesting thing. When some star players are interviewed after a game, they say we. They are a part of the team and they think of themselves in that way. When others are interviewed, they say I and refer to their teammates as something apart from themselves. Ooh, I like that breakdown. As people who are privileged to participate in their greatness. Ooh, the people on the team are just privileged to participate in their greatness. Good Lord, that just sounds... That's a lot. That's a lot. Okay, let's see. This is the last part. Every sport is a team sport, and I'm about to go play a team sport shortly. A little bit of pool. You know, just about every sport in some sense is a team sport. No one does it alone. Even in individual sports like tennis or golf, great athletes have a team. Coaches, trainers, caddies, managers, mentors. This really hit me when I read about Deanna Nyad, the woman who holds the world's record for open water swimming. What could be more of a lone sport than swimming? Alright, maybe some of you need a rowboat to follow you to make sure you're okay. When Nod hatched her plan, the open water swimming record for both men and women was 60 miles. Crap. I'd be like talking to my boys about biking 60 miles, but swimming with my arms? I don't want to hear nobody complaining about jump throughs in my class. You bet. Up and back. And she wanted to swim 100. After months of arduous training, she was ready. But with her went a team of guides for measuring the winds and the currents and watching for obstacles, divers looking for sharks, NASA experts guiding on nutrition and endurance. She needed 1,100 calories per hour and she lost 29 pounds on the trip. Damn! The trainers who talked her through uncontrollable shivers, nausea, hallucinations, and despair. Her new record was 102.5 miles. It was her name in the record books. But it took 51 other people to do it. I'm going to let that sit in. It took 51 other people to do it. I got 8 people on my pool team. We play 1-on-1. But the points add up. Of the team, it's 5 matches. The one with the most points wins. Tie point, who won the matches? Dun dun dun. So, yeah. It's lit, y'all. I like this section on I really like this section on like teamwork. What does it mean to become a star? Taking charge of our success. Hey, what up, Flow Yoga Center? I'm excited. I'm not saying exactly what for, but I can. I'm excited. So we got some stuff going on over there. But yeah, I like this section of taking charge of success. I like this section of the aspect of character, taking charge of success. What does it mean to be a star? And the the teamwork in each sport. I like these sections. We're gonna do something. You're gonna hear more about these. So, with that being said, I am the floating yogi. We're going to end a little early today, just a splash. But I am the floating yogi. This is the Floating Yogis Book Club, brought to you by UE, Urban Yogic Wellness and Education, where we're restructuring health and wellness in the community, one healthy habit at a time. I'm the Floating Yogi, and this is also brought to you by Lifeform. Get their mats, because I'm using them on it. Any questions, comments, want to work on something, want to be part of the community, I highly encourage you to check out the website. You can send me an email if you want to chat, if you want to rap. What up, Brent? If you want to find some digital content, go and hit up BrentLV.com. He's going to get you together. I'm telling you, he's got my YouTube looking gorgeous, working on the website stuff. We rocking and rolling, y'all. What else is there? We also got Payoga Universe. Payoga Universe! A dimension where people are our greatest resource. Lean into your resources, because we here, we like trees, we can help each other out. We got my homie China vibing with me. I'm telling you, we was at the sound bath on Saturday. Magical, yo. Magical. I got like a short piece of it recorded because I didn't do it right. But I know for next time, and we're gonna get it together next time. I'm gonna have it right next time, China. We gonna get it together. What else is there? Schedule. Monday morning we have Sunrise Flow with G. Monday evening we have Floating Flow. Scratch that. Monday we have Sunrise Flow with G. Monday evening we have the Floating Yogis Book Club with me. Tuesday we have lead. No, not tomorrow. There is no lead primary on Halloween. It's just not happening. Just know. Wednesday we have Elevated Yoga at 6:30. Thursday we have Midday Mind Right, brought to you by Lifeform, brought to you by UE. We have, what's after that? Monday through Friday, check out the Mysore program. We rocking, non-stopping. What else is there? There's something else popping. I'm trying to tell you. Saturday, Float and Flow with me at 10:30. Sunday, we got Elevated Sift and Flow. It's happening. We growing, y'all. Questions, comments, want to work on something, I encourage you next time, hop in the Zoom room. We can chat. You got something to say? Just go and cut me off. Say it. We be vibing. We make it happen. We're all respectable individuals. Questions, comments, want to work on something? Let me know. Peace. Let's sign off these devices. Sign off these devices.